In this video, I'm going to show you how to adjust the valves on a flathead engine. While I'm going to use a Graham 217.8, any flathead engine that's solid lifter, to my knowledge, will always work with the rules and methods I'm going to show you. It's easy, but it will take you time, but it is the way to set up the engine to begin with. You can also do this once the engine is in the car and has already been running. Stick with me, and I'm going to show you how to do it really easy. Engine at this point partially assembled. We've already got our timing done. It has to be done to do this. I recommend you do it with the head off, especially if it's your first time. It makes it much easier for you to do. But as I've said, you can do it with head on. And we would be looking down here for our indications I'm going to tell you about shortly. But head off is definitely easy. Here we have something that I found basically invaluable. Probably had it 30 years. You can tell it's a very old book. Motors Auto Repair Manual. Keep them rolling with motors manuals. And this is from truly back in the day. Now up here on this side, I'm going to do a still and put that in as B-roll so you can see who the book belonged to. The second line, when I put up the still, anybody who can read that for me completely, please put it in the comments. I can't totally decipher what the sergeant wrote in the manual on that second line. The rest of it I can read to you. It's Sergeant A.L. Pickerel. His number 33900-294. And he was at Andrews Field, Washington, 20, D.C. And in this book, he gives us some information that we're going to find invaluable for doing the Graham engine in particular, but would certainly work for Kaisers also, and it would be somewhat similar for other engines as far as a place to start, because the Graham engine you're supposed to set hot, a number of old flatheads you're supposed to set hot. You cannot do that to initially set up the engine. And furthermore, even if you are doing it hot, you're probably going to get yourself burned. So we've got a cold setting the sergeant left for us in this book. I've turned the book to the Kaiser-Frazer section. That starts on 491 in this book. But over in 490, the sergeant has left us some information. Now he tells you how he sets the valves, but it's one piece of information here in the center that really matters. That piece of information right there, 0.014 cold. There is a perfect number that I've always used. It works perfectly in the Kaiser-Frazer engines. It does work perfectly in the Graham engine. Similar other flatheads would have a similar cold setting that you could possibly use. Most of these engines, like the Graham, as I said, are supposed to be set hot. Well, here we have the cold setting, and guess what? The cold setting works so good, we don't have to reset it hot if we do our cold setting right in the first place. Here we have the Graham 217.8 valve assemblies that you can look at. We're going to tell you how to adjust the valves now. I'm going to put on the screen for an extended period of time the other rule to follow, not just with a Graham engine or a Kaiser-Frazer, but with any solid lifter flathead engine. That'll be up here for quite a few seconds so you can read it, take a screenshot if you want to, because it is the other rule we need in how to set these, and then I'm going to demonstrate it to you. Up above where you can't really see, I've just closed the number 4 intake valve, which means we're going to do the number 4 exhaust. That's the little rule I showed you earlier. In order to adjust the valves, you're going to ultimately need 3 wrenches. The first wrench I've got here, I've thinned it down even more. There are tappet wrenches available, but you have to be thin enough to get onto your tappet, which has 2 flats on it here. So we're on the tappet. Now we're going to loosen the jam nut. And by the way, that's a 9/16 for the tappet, 9/16 also for the jam nut. And we're going to get that jam nut good and loose, which it is, so we can adjust the bolt up here in the top, up and down. We also have a gauge, 14 thousandths like I showed you, that we're going to use to get the correct amount of clearance cold here. Let's see where we are. Okay, right now we've got no clearance. So we're going to be having to bring our bolt down. And it's still nothing to speak of, at least not enough. Hold on to that. Bring it over. Okay, now we've got, of course, way too much, which is fine. What you want is a slight drag on this gauge when you get in the right position. So bring it back a bit. It's a little better, but it's not right. All right. Let's just see. That's pretty darn close. So I'll let that hang there for a moment. Okay, now you're going to have 3 wrenches, because you gotta get a hold of your tappet on the bottom. Got a hold of the tappet. Now, come on. Of course, this is a harder one because we're right here. Okay, so we have the 9/16 on the bottom. We're going to put another 9/16. This can be a thicker wrench in the middle. The big thing is to hold that top one and not let it move, because we're setting the jam nut. I'm sure better operating 3 wrenches than I am, but this is the method you have to use to do this, a 3 wrench method. You want it nice and tight. Come back in here and check this, see if I got it right. And that's the way you set one valve. Now that's an exhaust valve set. We'll do an intake next. I put a little piece of tape over here indicating I did that valve. The number 12 exhaust valve is just started open, so we will now adjust the number 11 intake valve. Just seen how to set up the intake valve. From this point, just do the same thing you did with the exhaust valve that I showed you earlier. Now got everything to do the valves in a flathead engine like this, or most any other flathead engine with solid lifters. See you later.